music that you love from the games you love to play, and a lot of memories along the way. So welcome to Music in Games.
Hello, hello. Good Tuesday to you all. How are you guys doing? Letting a few people roll into chat here. My mom is in chat already. Hi, Mom. Yeah, I thought I was trying to come up with the intro for that little song, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'll just borrow one from the Ink Spots. So hello, everybody. Welcome to Music and Games. This is show 1. I did show 0 a little while ago just to try and get some, iron out some technical kinks. And it's going to be fun because I'll try and introduce some new technical kinks into the mix. So we'll just see how everything goes. I'm excited that you guys are here. Thanks for tuning in. Again, this show, I try to highlight music and soundtracks and voice acting and anything audio-wise that I find interesting in games. I'm going to try and highlight through these particular shows because I wanted to get into game streaming, and but I didn't just want to be someone who sits here and play games. I love that. Don't get me wrong, but I wanted to try and bring something a little new. So, trying to put a show together. So. That's what I'm going to do for you guys, and hopefully you'll like it. If you do, please feel free to follow if you're on Twitch. Also, if you're on Mixer, give the page a like on Facebook. Feel free to donate if you really do enjoy it. I've got the donation link up in the right-hand corner there. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. How are you guys doing? I'm doing pretty good. Actually got some interesting game soundtrack news to share if no one's heard yet. Steam, and I believe Good Old Games, that maybe it's just Steam, is going to start selling game soundtracks on their own. Previously, you had to buy a game's collector's edition or deluxe edition to get a soundtrack, and a lot of people maybe they didn't enjoy the game, but they really enjoyed the soundtrack. And so now Steam is giving you an option to just get the soundtrack. And it's great because it'll still give the creators of the soundtrack that recognition and hopefully that revenue as well. So it's actually a really nice thing. That way you don't have to buy the game. I mean, you could buy the game and gift it to somebody. But of course, if you don't have any friends, that might also be a problem. So Steam's giving you a pretty good option for that. If you're interested in getting soundtracks for a lot of these games, I'm going to be posting show notes with info and interesting little tidbits about the games that I'm playing and the soundtracks that we hear, but also links to where you can get the soundtracks, get the games, and that way you can support the creators and the composers as well as the development studios themselves. So hope you guys like that. You can go to musicingames.online, and all of the show notes will be posted there, within a day after the show's done broadcasting. So we're going to move on to our track of the show, and this particular track is going to be from an upcoming game that I'm going to highlight soon. And that game is Cuphead. If you haven't played Cuphead, it's an incredible game. Hand-drawn animation made to look kind of like the old 30s and 40s cartoons. It's an absolutely stunning game visually, but also from an auditory standpoint, from a music standpoint, it is incredible. The composer and Christopher Madigan composed an entire soundtrack of big band jazz music and it's incredible. Yeah, I think, Mom, I've told you about it. I've told you about Cuphead, and I think you've seen it before, either in my timeline or in other people's timelines. And it has an incredible soundtrack. And so I'm going to highlight one of those songs for our track of the show tonight. That song is Marine Corps. And it's from the first stage, incidentally, I ever got an S rank on in that game. And getting S ranks in that game, it is a fantastically difficult game. And so hopefully, the music is good for it to be so difficult, because you're going to be hearing it over and over and over again. Yeah, I probably did play it when I was back at the house. Just, I think, because I wanted to show it off, because I was trying to show everybody this game and how cool it looked, but also how cool the music was. So we're going to feature one of those tracks from the Cuphead soundtrack. This was composed and arranged by Christopher Madigan, and this particular track is called Marine Corps. All right, there you have it. That is Marine Corps from the Cuphead original soundtrack. Again, the composer and arranger is Christopher Madigan. And wasn't that just awesome? Like it just makes you wanna get, it just makes you wanna shimmy in your seat. You know, it's the entire, like I kept saying in chat, and a lot of people noticed this. The entire soundtrack is like that. Cuphead, if you're not familiar with it, it's what's typically called a boss rush game. So the core of the game is fighting these crazy bosses, and it has some kind of platforming stages, kind of like Mario-esque stages, peppered throughout it. But it's mostly a boss rush game. So you're mostly fighting these bosses, and for the boss, all of the boss stages, there's about, I'm guessing, maybe around 20 or so. There's a great kind of big band composition made for each of the bosses, and they're just amazing. Like, I hadn't heard anything like it on its own, not even because it's in a game, but even on its own as jazz music, as big band music. It's fantastic. So if you know me, you know I am not only a musician, I am also an audio engineer. And when I heard this particular soundtrack, all the Cuphead soundtrack, outside of the game, I was just marveling at how well recorded everything was. And so naturally, what I wanted to find out was, you know, what gear they used, where they recorded it, how they recorded it. I like to do that a lot. And now that we're in the age of the more live recording of music in video games, we're starting to see more of this behind the scenes look at how the music's actually made. Because oftentimes before it was maybe sequenced, you didn't get a chance to see the composer actually write the songs. You didn't get much of a look into how that's made. Well, now we've got a lot more live music, or live instrumentation, I should say, in the video game arena. So we're getting more of a look into how it's actually recorded, and thankfully, I was able to find Studio MDHR, the company that makes this game, posted a couple videos of the recording process for this particular soundtrack. And so I wanted to share one of those videos with you guys right now, because it's just a fantastic look at the recording process. If you don't really know what happens inside of a studio, if you've never seen it before, this is doubly cool because you get to see how music's recorded and how the music came alive for a particular video game. This is for the stage High Seas Hijinks. It's one of the later stages in the game, and you'll see footage interspersed from the game in different stages, not necessarily the one that this song was made for, but you'll get to see how the game looks and the incredible performances of everyone who made this music. So please enjoy this video. All right, there you go. So that was the one of the recording sessions, recording or rehearsal for High Seas, High Jinks, and the fun part is you get to see how everybody's playing, what all the parts are. The recording's so good you can really separate out what's happening. And it's just fun for me because I'm a audio engineer. I get to kind of see what they're doing, see the positioning, see what microphones they're using. It's really, really fun. And so if you really like this soundtrack, again, now you can get the soundtrack by itself on Steam. I can't remember if you can do that on Good Old Games. I think you can. So you can buy it on Steam without having to buy the game. You can also buy the soundtrack on Bandcamp. You can stream it on streaming services. If you've got an old hi-fi in your house, you can also get the 4LP vinyl edition from I Am 8-Bit. It says right down there at the bottom of the little YouTube window there. But it gets even better. If you, I'll put this link in the show notes, but if you happen to be a band leader for a high school band, concert, or jazz, or a professional band leader, you can get the sheet music for all of these compositions, and including the barbershop versions of the theme song and a couple other songs. That's right, you can actually get the source code, as it were, for this music and play it in bands in your high school jazz band, your high school concert band, or a professional jazz band. They've done all of the arrangements for it straight from the composer and arranger himself, and they sell it direct to you. I think it's only like $30 or $50 for the entire collection of sheet music, which is really not that bad. So if you have a music program somewhere and you want to incorporate this music in, it's excellent music, by the way, and would be a great challenge for a high school or a professional band. You can actually get the sheet music. If you just search Cuphead sheet music, it should be the first thing that comes up. But I'm also going to throw the link in the show notes. So it's a pretty cool, I remember reading that, and I was like, wow, that is something you usually don't see. Like, there are music, sheet music books for video game soundtracks. I got one for my birthday several years back, actually, from a friend of mine. But they're usually transcriptions of the songs. They're hardly ever from the actual composers and arrangers of the tunes. So that makes this a little bit unique in that you can get the sheet music straight from the source, and then you can play it and make your own adjustments, as it were. So Cuphead, just a fantastic game overall. We're going to be doing that one in a couple of weeks, so stick around. Hit the like button, follow, and you'll get notified when that show is coming up. But we're going to move on to our main event, and that game is Nuclear Throne. And this is an indie top-down shooter. It's kind of a roguelite game in that each time you play it, the stages and the power-ups are arranged differently each time. The order of the stages is the same, and the order of the bosses and everything, that's all the same, but the actual layout of the game in each stage is different. So that's what makes it a roguelite. And it's a fantastic game. I got it a few years ago, and it's incredibly difficult for me. I haven't been able to beat it yet. Maybe I'll get to tonight. I don't know. I'm not going to spend a lot of time trying to do that, but I will spend a lot of time trying to highlight this awesome music. The composer, let me see if I can pronounce his name correctly. The composer is Yukio Kallio. He's done music for a few of this developer's games, a couple of them actually, and also for the other indie hit, Minute. And this soundtrack is just really fantastic, kind of gritty, rock, really fun. But I got to warn you, this game does get pretty loud. So just monitor your volumes as you can, because the game can get very loud. So we'll fire it up here and enjoy Nuclear Throne, everybody. It's a really fun game with a really good soundtrack. So here we go.
Question. 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 Question.
Yeah, this game will sound good on either one, speakers or headphones. Listen to this theme a little bit. It's really good. I actually own the soundtrack to this, and it's just as cool to listen to in the car. All right. I'll do normal. You have a chance of doing a daily configuration and a weekly configuration, and those are of varying difficulties. I'm just going to do normal. It's random. Again, I'm probably not going to beat this game tonight. It'd be a miracle if I did, because a lot of times it depends on what weapons drop for you and what if you're deft enough to get the enemies when you can. So I'm going to pick Crystal, because he can shield. Not that I use it that well, but we'll see how it goes. Dead Can Dance. What's Dead Can Dance? That sounds cool. Start with a revolver. You can get better upgrades. And you have to collect these little radiation things to level up your character. Oh. A shotgun already. In order to progress, you got to get everybody. So if you get enough rads, that's like your experience, you get to level up and select a mutation. And those are also randomized each run. The effects are the same, but they... the order that they appear in randomizes each game. Gothic Gallic Folk. Ooh, that sounds really cool. Big scary face. Yeah, I was thinking it's kind of, it is kind of ethereal, but the majority of the soundtrack's pretty heavy metal, which is pretty cool. What I like about the soundtrack and the sound of this game is that it's just kind of heavy. It's right in your face. Here's our first boss battle with the big boss, the big bandit. He almost got me. So the thing about this game too is if you die, you have to start all the way over at the beginning. So it makes it really frustrating if you die in the last boss fight. Yeah, it is a little bit of a bummer, but it gives it a bit more of a challenge because you're trying to be a little more careful with how you progress through the game. But yeah, there's a couple of times I've gotten to the last level and I've died, and so I just turned it off after that. The little glowing things are rads, and that's like your experience points. So if you collect enough of them, you get to level up and pick a mutation, just like I did here. So I'm going to pick max HP. Hopefully that'll help. It hasn't in the past, but I'm hoping it will today. Rats. Love the vocal effect in this song. Yeah, turning into a crystal is a way to block projectiles. You can hold it for a little while and then it wears off and you have to do it again. But yeah, it's something again I'm not very effective at. Yeah, the sound effects are pretty expressive. They're kind of exaggerated a little bit, but that's what makes it kind of fun. Oh, triple machine gun. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. You can carry up to all different kinds of ammo, but only 2 different weapons at a time. So that's what introduces another challenge too. You kind of have to pick based on what you think is gonna work for the rest of the run. This homing bolt keeps coming up every time I don't have the crossbow. Oh well. Yeah, do the explosions one. It's like it's taunting me each time I see homing bolts and I don't pick it up. There's a crossbow. Go figure. lot of times you have to watch out around the cars because the portals will spawn around the cars, and then then it'll blow you up, which will end your run pretty quickly. So if I can, I tend to blow up the cars before I walk past them. See, that probably would have blown up me. Ooh, flame shotgun. I will take that. This is a not bad run so far. Those ninjas hide out. They disguise themselves as dead guys. They're very dangerous. A lot of times, though, anything that hides has a tell. For example, I don't know if you've noticed, but the reason I'm not running right over every chest is that sometimes a chest is a mimic, and it'll attack you if you roll right up on it. Now, notice too, this little guy up in that corner, he looks like he's dead, but you see that eye every now and again. That means that's a ninja pretending to be dead. So you have to watch out for those guys. They're very dangerous. This is a special gate I can use to get an extra hat. I'm not going to do that this time. I don't find the hats particularly useful, but that's just me. Maybe that's why I haven't won yet. Let's see, here's another one. Toxic bow, that wouldn't be so bad. Hey, hey! How's it going? How's it going, Zento? Jeez, here's another one. Oh, nope, he's actually... Good, another mutation. What should I get? What should I get? Extra. That's right. See, I knew that screen name looked familiar. How's it going, Keith? How you doing? It's been a while. HP and ammo drops. That should help. Yeah, that's what I like about the music. It really does fit this game so well. It's just kind of grungy and heavy, and it really fits the aesthetic of this game. The soundtrack for this game, incidentally, you can also get on vinyl. like being caught this section here. This is typically where I die. This, the boss in this particular level is really tough. On 5-3, I'm on 5-1 now. Watch out for those car guys. They'll throw a car at you and kill you. Yeah, I think they're like cybernetic wolves or something like that. They look kind of mechanical. Yeah, they're like cyber robot wolves. Yeah. Try to kill me with the forklift. There's a guy there. And there's a roof there. Ah! Oh, that was a bad place for that. Let's see. Prevents death once. I might need that. Ah! The random nature of this game puts you in the weirdest spots, the most inopportune spots. Bullets. Switch back to my shotgun here. Oh! Eraser. Oh, jeez. Man, that sucks. I gotta... Okay. Almost there. Nope. Nah, got the cops on me. If you damage the portal, the cops come and try to get you. You try to open it. Okay, there's still a guy here. Double shotgun. An eraser. Yeah, I might do this. Just for the spread. Okay, this boss sucks. Usually because you spawn into close quarters and there's no way to outrun him. Like, yeah, like, it's already happening. Here he comes. Ah. Yes! Got him! Oh. Watch, I'll die to some wolf or something. Shells. The only problem with the shotgun is that I love the shotgun, so I tend to use it more. Oh, yep. See, there's a mimic right there. All right, we're looking all right here. Typically, I don't get this far. Well, I do, but it's not very often. Nice. There come the police. It's okay. Nice. Lots of XP. Should get at least one or two more mutations, I think. Gotta find the next things. Oh, right here. Nope. It's probably down here. Probably down here. Unless they just spawn. Yeah, okay. All right. Here is the last level. Or the last... Here's the last stages. that thing sucks. Thanks, Matt. I hope so. It's unpredictable. Oh, there's a mimic. Still something around here. Okay, 7-2. The only thing with the problem with these guns is that they're so ammo heavy. If I can lure some of these guys over here, I might be able to get more ammo. I'll use my one death. Oh. Ah. Those things move so fast. So unpredictably. Oh, come on. Thank you. At least those jumpy things aren't around anymore. Let's see if there's, yeah, here we go. Shells. That's what I need. What's this weapon up here? Gatling slugger. All right. Bazooka. Might want to use that. As I believe this is the nuclear throne. I cannot remember how this fight goes, so I'm probably going to lose it, but I should have known. Oh, man. Yeah. Hey, Island Rim Gamer, how you doing? I should have known. I had a good setup, too. Well, back to the beginning we go. At least you get to hear this cool music again. Yeah, stay off the red carpet. Thank you, Matt. I did. I almost prevailed. It's probably going to be all downhill from there. Even just in regular gameplays, I rarely ever get to the nuclear throne, much less if I'm streaming to people. So let's see if I can do it 2 times in one night. That'd be amazing. See, that's how I'm not good at shielding, even though this guy has a shield. Mechanic, I'm so not good at it. That's why I'm surprised they made it to the nuclear throne at all. Usually I die because I'm staring a bullet right in the face. Oh yeah, this is a good one to get. So that mutation, if I kill someone random times, if I kill an enemy, it'll give me 1 point of HP, which is nice. So notice again, it's the same boss, and they're in the same order. So it's not like say the Binding of Isaac, where you have the same bosses, but they appear in a random order. Yeah, I was gonna fight the final boss, and he just obliterated me because I was a dummy and stood right in the middle of the death beam. And of course, when you die in Nuclear Throne, you must start all the way at the beginning. See, I get too overzealous with that shotgun. They're just fun. Ooh, a health chest. That's pretty rare. Yeah, a machine gun instead of a... Okay. HP and ammo and bloodlust. This one's starting out even better. I may have to stream this game more often. I think you guys are good luck. Yeah, of course, by Highland Rim Gamer, the noted good luck charm. You guys should check out Highland Rim Gamer's channel on Twitch. Just Highland Rim Gamer. Super cool. Very, very nice guy. And has almost sold me on that Pokemon game. It looked pretty cool when you were playing that. See you, Keith. There's two of these rats. Oh wow, I didn't know they did that. Bullets. Okay. Whew. Okay. Again, for me, usually this game is pretty fine up until 5-3. And then if I get past there, then I think I'm doing okay. And I might be able to make a run for the nuclear throne, depending on what weapons I have. So if I can get through these. Okay, that guy's dead. Wrench. No, I'm not gonna go melee. If you get melee weapons are kind of nice. Oh, let's see what mutation. I could do less enemy HP. That's what I did last time. I'm gonna do that. Melee weapons are nice because you can actually not only do they not require ammo except for the energy sword, but they can also reflect projectiles. Hey, how's it going, Snowball? Welcome in. Just trying to make up for my abject failure at the final stage in the final boss fight of the Nuclear Throne, and enjoying this rockin' music. Cops. I'm doing pretty good, thanks for asking, Snowball. Having a grand old time playing some video games and rocking out. Okay. Oh, there's a fire, dude. Ah! This is a terrible place to be. Ah! Stuck in this corner. Stupid sniper. Here we go. Oftentimes, too, when the portal blows up near a red chest, it'll suck the weapons into it. So you don't lose those weapons. You can sort of carry them over to the next level. So let's see what they are. Oh, mutation. Yeah, strong spirit. Gotta do it. I tend to prioritize survival. Oh, splinter gun. I might have to get that. Yeah, I'm gonna get a shotgun for that. That is a really good. Ah. I think I can get homing. If I get a homing bolts mutation, those will home in on people, which would be fantastic. Jeez Louise. Spider webs there, which is not fun. Sneak around because otherwise this thing's just gonna plaster me. Ah! Of course, I can't see. You can see me. So close. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's 3 of them. Jeez. They are not giving me easy draw on these stages here. Slugger, nah. Let's stick with this. Yeah, I'll do no damage from explosions. You never know when especially in this next stage, you never know when an explosion is just gonna completely screw you over. Sometimes the only answer is to just fire at everything. Ah. Could use some more bolts. Oh, that almost got me. That's the problem with this one, is that there's so many narrow corridors. That's the problem with the last boss in this one too, is all the narrow corridors. They can just trap you. Stay in my little corner here. Ah. The guys with cars really suck because they'll just throw that car at you and you're dead. attacks are not mitigated by the shield. So... oh, auto shotgun. Let's see. Might be nice, I don't know. Oh, there's a big mimic. So notice right there, this guy. Right there. That's why you kind of wait a second before you open a chest, because oftentimes it might be a mimic. Or sometimes, not often. And you can hear that sound, you can hear its tongue. Oh no, Seeker pistol. That's what I need. All right, this is a really good run. Seriously, I think you guys are my lucky charm. Yep. Oh! Oh, great. The cops. Arg. Okay. Let's see. Machine weapons, kills lower you reload. Damage taken is dealt to all enemies on screen. Extra chest. Alright, let's see if I can get past this guy. Oh, jeez. Woo! That was close. By the hair on my chinny chin chin. Again, watch as a wolf kills me. Digging this auto shotgun, that helped out a lot in that fight. Oh. Still a lot here. Blood hammer. Oh man, that sounds pretty cool. What is that? Whoa. Oh, does it hurt you? It looks like it does. Can't really do that. Okay. So we made it past the one part again. Bullets. Need more shells, though. Well, see what I get if I get to a nuclear throne. See what I get there. Oh! I know you don't. Still got my halo. There's still a lot of these guys. Woo. Okay. Back in stage 7. Oh yeah, rhino skin. For sure. Oh! Oh, jeez. Don't blow up this section. Ah! Let's see. Things from you. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, let me see if there's anything else here. Okay. One more. Oh! Out of the way! Oh, come on! That was the worst spot to spawn into. Oh my gosh. That happens more frequently than I would like to admit in this game, is that you spawn into just a corner, especially as you get later into the stages. You just spawn into a corner and every enemy is just right in front of you, and it's just a big mess that you hopefully have the firepower to just mow right through, because there's no cover otherwise. So that just happens a lot. So yeah, I almost did it. Again, I think you guys are my good luck charm. So yeah, that's all it is. It's a great big pile of death. In this case, my death. I almost got there, but that's okay. If I get there, I'll post it. If I ever get there again, I'll post it. Thank you, Highland Rim Gamer. I appreciate that. So, Alt F4 out of that. Back to the menu. And we'll move on to the last part of our show, where I typically try to do a performance. And this one I'm going to need my lyrics for. Where did I put them? There you are. Because this is a song I've played before, but I just can't remember all the words to it. So let me get this going here and make sure it's all right. Get into the playing position. And this also has kind of a crazy falsetto, so I apologize if it cracks. Cool. Sounds like a guitar to me. All right, so spoiler warning. Sorry if you guys haven't done this yet. If you have, hit mute right now. Thanks, Highland Rim Gamer. Yeah, this is I'll show this off real quick. This is an Epiphone Emperor Swingster. This is the guitar I use when I play in my indie folk duo and trio. The duo is called Witherward. I'll spell it out in chat real quick. And this is a guitar that I play. That's my group. Put the website there too. And I really like it because it's very versatile. And I can kind of get any kind of tone I want out of it. I don't play through an amp anymore. I used to. I mostly play through a Pod HD 500. I'm not doing that this time. I'm playing through just a little amp sim on my computer. But yeah, this is my cool axe, as it were. It does not have a name. I'm not really into giving instruments names. Not because I don't like them, but I'm really bad at coming up with names. So I just don't. I want to save that creative energy for other things. But today's performance is, again, spoiler warning, when you finish the games Portal and Portal 2, a lot of people for the first time were greeted with the surprise of original vocal songs. They were both of those songs were written by a fantastic songwriter by the name of Jonathan Colton. He does a lot of really cool there are a lot of really clever songs. They're not parody songs. They're kind of nerdy, geeky songs. One of the ones I remember that was really funny was called Your Brains, about zombies, which is really, really good song. But he's a very gifted songwriter. And he wrote a song that's featured at the end of Portal 2 called Want You Gone. And that's the song I'm going to do for you tonight. And again, it's a while since I've played this, so sorry if I screw it up. Well, here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Remember when you tried to kill me twice? how we laughed and laughed, except I wasn't laughing. Under the circumstances, I've been shockingly nice. You want your freedom, take it. That's what I'm counting on. I used to want you dead, but now I only want you gone. She was a lot like you, maybe not quite as heavy. Now little Carolyn is in here too. They woke me up so I could live forever. It's such a shame the same will never happen to you. You've got your short, sad life left. That's what I'm counting on. I'll let you get right to it. Now I only want you gone. Goodbye, my only friend. Oh, did you think I meant you? That would be funny if it weren't so sad. Well, you have been replaced. I don't need anyone now. When I delete you, maybe I'll stop feeling so bad. Go make some new disaster. That's what I'm counting on. You're someone else's problem. Now I only want you gone. Now I only want you gone. Now I only want you gone. So that was Want You Gone. That was by Jonathan Colton at the end of Portal 2. So if you haven't played Portal 2, play the whole game through and then look forward to hearing a really cool version of that particular song. And yeah, that is a cool song, isn't it? I think I need to reintroduce the idea of covering that in Witherward. I remember Ashley really liked it, so I need to reintroduce that idea. It's just really short is one of the only problems. So it's hard. It's not much of a time filler. It's like a Simon and Garfunkel tune. It's really short. It has no chorus, no bridge. So yeah, Highland Rim Gamer, I really love those songs. They were a fantastic surprise at the end of a fantastic game. I just listened to them both today again, and I'm like, wow, we really need more of that stuff again. So I feel like they tried doing something like that in Mario Odyssey, having some actual written lyric sung songs created specifically for the games. So maybe it's making a comeback. Who knows? But yeah, that is our show for tonight. Wonderful to see you all. Thank you so much for tuning in, listening, sharing a kind word, a pleasant thought, and sharing video games and video game music with me, things that I love. And hopefully you will love them too, or come to love them if you're new to this sort of thing. If you want to find me on all the various things, I am Music and Games Online on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, and Mixer. musicandgames.online is the website. Yeah, the Portal songs, those were, oh boy. You should check out more of Jonathan Colton's music too if you haven't. He does a curious thing where he's released a lot of his music under the Creative Commons license. He released a lot of it. So you can use it freely in things like videos and stuff. You just have to attribute it to him. Make sure you say, hey, this is made by Jonathan Colton. And that's really cool. You know, he's able to just kind of, virtually just give it away for any purpose. But at any rate, please feel free to follow on Twitch or Mixer. Give the page a like on Facebook. If you're feeling generous, feel free to donate. The donate link is up there, donate.musicandgames.online. And the next show, I'm probably going to move up a little bit. It was going to be February 11th. I might move that up, actually, now that I'm getting the hang of this whole thing. But the next show is going to be Civ 6, excuse me. So be prepared to watch me get annihilated by Gandhi. So if you want to find out when those are happening, the schedule is on the Facebook page. And feel free to drop a comment, say hi. And thanks everybody for showing up. I really appreciate it. Check out Highland Rim Gamer on Twitch. Dude's super cool and solid brother. So I hope that I will see you again next time. No problem. Thanks for tuning in, Matt. Hope you guys are doing well up there in the Great White North. And I will see you all really soon. Take care.